I suspect you've committed an offence, so I need your name, your date of birth and your address in order to
I'm not giving them to you.
If you refuse those details, we're going to have to arrest you, okay?
And what are you going to arrest me for?
For breach of that.
For breach of that?
Welcome to UK Audit Network, where we expose misconduct, examine police and legal encounters, defend civil rights, and demand accountability. This episode is brought to you by PJ Audits. Make sure to check the link below, subscribe to his channel, and give him the credit he deserves. In this video, Auditor PJ carries out a completely lawful drone flight over a factory, and as expected, the police are called. Officers arrive, and one immediately stands out, not for professionalism, but for just how out of her depth she is. She shows no real understanding of the law, cannot clearly explain what offense she believes has occurred, and stumbles through half-formed claims while attempting to bluff authority. When PJ calmly dismantles her position, the response is instant and predictable: threats of arrest. This video exposes how desperate policing looks when this is the level of competence being put on the street.
Are you recording me?
Yes, I am. Are you recording me?
I am.
Fair play. Okay. We had the call. Are you aware? What
That's why I'm still here waiting.
Oh, okay. They are saying that you've been flying a drone.
That's right.
Over the premises.
That's right.
Oh, okay. What's the intention of that?
To take a video. It don't matter what the intention is. It's uncontrolled airspace, love, and I can fly wherever I like.
Oh, and have you got any certificate for that?
I don't need a certificate for it.
But you got flyer ID?
I have got a flyer ID.
Yeah.
Have you got that?
Can we have a look at your flyer ID, please?
Pretty much that. So yeah,
So what are the rules and regulations then of flying over an occupied space?
You're supposed to know this, not me.
Well, you're the person that's got the licence, so therefore I'm checking to see whether you know what the rules and regulations are.
Am I alright just to hold it, Peter?
As long as you don't take photographs of it.
I'll record it.
No, don't want that.
Record it anyway.
No, don't want it. Don't take recording.
It's okay. It's in my possession. I'm not going to do anything with it.
Yeah, I don't want you recording. It's my property.
Okay, I know.
Thank you.
It's property, but you're giving me your property. So what I'll do...
No, you took it off me. I showed it you and you took it out of my hand.
Yeah. Because it's
Right,
easy for
and
me.
I want it back now, thank you.
It's easy for me just to get your details. Okay, darling. I'm just going to write it
Right.
down. But
No, you're all right.
Hang on. I'll just quickly take your details.
The first red flag appears immediately. PJ briefly shows his flyer ID, and the officer simply takes it, not to confirm an offense, but to begin extracting personal details when none are lawfully required. This is not routine procedure. It's overreach. Officers do not get to retain someone's ID or gather information simply because they feel curious or uncomfortable. A flyer ID is not a license and not a police-issued document. It is a voluntary identification card used within the drone community to demonstrate training, registration, or operator details, mainly to reassure members of the public or landowners. There is no legal obligation to hand it over, allow it to be kept, or submit it to police scrutiny unless a specific legal power exists.
You've got my details, you've got them on your camera.
Yeah, but I need to rewatch it. It's easier if I just write it down.
If we've come out to somebody, what we'll do is we'll PNC you, right? Because we've come out specifically to come and see you because you've been flying.
Yeah, but I don't have to give you my details. The only reason I've given you my details, I don't even have to give you that. And now she's taking it off me.
She hasn't taken it off.
She has, she's refusing to give it me back.
Okay.
Don't matter, I want it back, thank you. My property.
Okay, so what I think it is, okay, and according to the law, have you heard about Article 265 Navigation Order 2016?
Just a series of numbers.
No, it's not.
2016.
It's actually an offence, okay?
Right.
By the sound of it, you have broken the law today.
No, I haven't.
So now, if you just listen out to me, okay? So I suspect you have broken the law. In order to I expect to obviously ask for your details, get your full name, date of birth, etc. Or then tell me whatever.
I haven't broken any laws.
Okay.
This is where the bluff really starts to fall apart. The officer reaches for Article 265 of the Air Navigation Order 2016, declaring an offense as if simply naming legislation makes it real. It doesn't. Quoting a provision does not prove a breach. You still have to explain how the conduct satisfies the elements of the offense, and she cannot. Worse still, she's relying on outdated legislation. The drone framework was restructured under the 2020 amendments, which introduced the sub-250G categories, operational classes, and modern restrictions. Falling back on a 2016 provision in a post-2020 regulatory environment clearly shows she hasn't kept up with the rules she's attempting to enforce.
Would you like me to demonstrate what it is?
You can demonstrate what you like, and then I'll show you the proper version.
The proper version?
Yeah, the proper version that says a sub 249 gram drone can fly anywhere.
Okay.
As long as it's not,
No.
as long as it's not an airfield or a prison.
No, there's other
That's
laws.
2016, that's 8 years old.
But it's
Yeah.
slightly
Six years
changed with the recording device, hasn't it?
Doesn't matter.
Well, it does if you record
No, it doesn't. You don't know nothing, mate.
Do you
I'll
just
show you in
wanna-
a minute.
That's on there. Do you just want to go through the point and I'll just add this to the log?
Well, we haven't seen where you've been flying.
Would you?
Doesn't matter.
Well, it does, because you're not supposed to fly with 150 metres of
Who's told you that
area.
rubbish?
That's-
Who's told you that?
That's what it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Have they given you permission to film?
You don't need permission. As long as I take off and land in a public place, I can fly wherever I like.
Well, if it's a private place, isn't it? It's not a public.
No, I said if I take, as long as I take off and land in a public place, I can film whatever I like, and I can fly wherever I like, as long as it's not an airfield
What about human
or a
act
prison.
right then?
What about what?
What about human act rights? What about human act rights?
Human what?
Human act rights.
I don't know what you're
Have
saying.
you not heard about human act rights?
What about it?
This is where she completely loses the plot. She claims PJ needs permission because the location is private, instantly revealing she does not understand the difference between land ownership and airspace. PJ is right to shut it down. Permission on the ground determines where you can stand, not where you can fly. If you launch from a lawful public location and operate in unrestricted airspace, the landowner's consent is irrelevant. When that argument collapses, she reaches for desperation, vague references to human rights. Not even the correct name, let alone a coherent application. The Human Rights Act does not prohibit filming, does not grant officers power to shut cameras down, and does not override aviation law simply because someone feels uncomfortable.
For example, right to privacy. No?
Right? Haven't you heard that there's no such thing as privacy in a public place? Let me run a scenario past you then.
Okay. No, you're not running any scenario.
I am going to run a scenario
Okay.
past you.
You
If I
are.
stand outside Buckingham Palace and photograph or video the Queen on her balcony, which is private property, I can do, and nobody can do anything about
There's no
it.
balcony now, are
What?
they? There's no balconies here, are they?
What difference does that make? The point I'm making is,
It is.
I'm videoing somebody on private land.
Okay, but that's not a scenario we're talking about, are
Well,
we?
it is, that's what you've just been talking about.
We're talking about you flying over a private business.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Well, it is, because...
No, it isn't.
Well, it is.
You've got to get the current laws,
It is.
not laws. It's like saying 50 years ago, 60 years ago, they used to hang you for murder, but they don't anymore.
Well,
So that I'm not going to get hung.
There are certain laws that still stand.
Right, and you're wrong.
We are.
You are wrong, yes, thank you.
I shall clarify.
This exchange completely dismantles her position. PJ correctly explains that there is no general right to privacy in public view. He uses a clear, simple example to make the point. If something can be seen from a place the public is lawfully allowed to be, it can be filmed. His Buckingham Palace example isn't about balconies, it's about visibility. The law doesn't care whether the subject is royalty or a factory. It only cares whether it's exposed to public view. Her response, "There's no balcony here," is astonishing. It shows she hasn't just misunderstood drone law, she hasn't even grasped the basic privacy principle being explained to her.
Are you telling me if I get myself a drone,
As long as it's sub 250, yeah,
and stand in the road and film you,
yeah,
fly it over your garden,
yeah.
that's absolutely fine with you?
You can fly it over my garden. Now, if you
Okay.
try and video in through the windows and stuff like that's a different
Well,
matter.
how do you know I'm not?
I don't. But you're talking about scenarios, and you didn't want scenarios a minute ago when I'm talking about the Queen.
Yeah, but that's a different matter.
Why is it a different matter?
Because it's the Queen.
Because I was saying it, not you. Right, okay.
No, I didn't say,
Yeah,
I didn't say
yeah.
that. No, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a public place, but where you flying your drone, it's not a public place.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't
So,
matter.
yeah, I ain't got a problem if you take it around the common or a park, but what I'm being told is that you've been flying it over this business.
I have flown it over that business.
Okay.
I have flown it over that business. Because I'm allowed to, legally.
I've got here lots of points that you're not allowed to do.
And what
Okay.
the laws have changed since 2016.
Okay, I'm aware of it.
Well, you obviously are not.
She remains fixated on the false belief that ownership of land somehow extends upward, as if businesses own a vertical column of sky above their buildings. They don't. Airspace is not divided by property boundaries, and calling it not a public space doesn't change that reality. Confusing land with airspace is a fundamental category error, and she keeps repeating it because she doesn't understand the framework she's trying to enforce. Airspace is not classified as public or private like land, it is regulated. Either it's restricted or it isn't. And if it isn't, permission from a business is irrelevant. Her persistence shows she's inventing rules to justify interference rather than applying real ones.
Okay.
Mine's below
Where's your
250 grams. In the car.
drone? Okay, can we have a look, please?
No.
We can't.
No.
We can't.
No.
So how do I know that what you're telling me is the truth?
Because I've told you.
Well, I need to see some proof on that. If you're quoting a lot of them laws and then you say, actually, you can't see my drone, how do I know that this is your drone? And what it weighs? I didn't even know what drone you've got. I haven't
I've told you what I've got.
Well, people tell me a lot of things, okay?
No, don't have to give it you.
You do. Because
Why do I?
suspect you've committed an offence.
That's what, sorry?
I suspect you've committed an offence, so I need your name, your date of birth and your address. In order to
I'm not giving them
contact
to you.
In order, in case we need to contact you further in relation to this, if they want to make a complaint, okay?
Yeah.
But we're trying to find out what the story is. We're not
So
trying
that's
to,
fine, I'll stand here all day until you find
I
out.
haven't got time for that. I haven't got time for
But
that.
Well, that's not my problem.
But what the officer's asking is, you've got the right to ask you for your name and your date of birth, and it's an offence not to give it.
No, it's not. It's only an offence if I refuse to give my name and address, if I've been arrested or I'm being detained.
Well, you're not being any of those.
Right, thank you. So I don't have to give my details.
She exposes herself the moment she asks, "How do I know it's under 249 grams?" and then immediately pivots to suspicion. That's not how suspicion works. Uncertainty is not grounds. If an officer has no objective facts pointing to an offense, they don't get to treat that gap as justification to escalate. PJ refusing to prove the drone's weight isn't defiance. It's an acknowledgement that there is no power to compel him to do so. The second officer then repeats the classic street-level myth: we can demand your name and address, and it's an offense if you don't. PJ dismantles it instantly. What follows is the most revealing moment of all. The officer confirms PJ is not detained and not arrested. That single admission wipes out their entire leverage.
You realise that if you don't give me the details, I'm going to have to arrest you.
That's all right, then I'll sue you.
Fine, you can, well, you're not going to sue me, but I haven't got your details. You're refusing your details. You have committed an offence in my eyes. So I need your details so I can deal with you without taking you to custody. If you refuse those details, I'm going to have to arrest you, okay?
And what are you going to arrest me for?
For breach of that?
For breach of that?
For breach of the flying, yeah.
What flying rule's that? Explain to me. Give me the details.
The one that you've been arguing to me about.
Right, which is what?
Okay, we'll quote it again for you.
You don't even know what you're talking
Flying
about.
unmanned aircraft
Right,
need to people, vessels, vehicles, or structures.
right,
Okay?
right.
That law. Thank
Right.
you very much. Yeah?
But you're quoting specific weights, etc. But you can't prove to us what weight you're
You're
thrown in.
refusing.
Oh, I can do.
We
You're
can't.
refusing
You're not allowing
to,
us to see it. So
I can
therefore,
do.
the officer's got the right, because at this moment she doesn't know whether an offence has been committed, to ask you for your name and address and date of birth. It's a normal thing, but you're refusing to do that. You're making it difficult.
I'm not making it difficult. I'm just telling you. I'll show you my drone, that's all I'm going to do.
I see you've got a lot of time on your hands, alright.
I'll show you my drone, that's all I'm going to do.
At this point, the outcome is unavoidable. The officer ends up looking completely foolish due to her own words and actions. Every justification she reaches for collapses under scrutiny. Private property becomes airspace confusion. Privacy becomes a misunderstood concept. Uncertainty turns into suspicion through ignorance. What makes this encounter painful to watch is that it isn't fast-moving or high-pressure. She has time to think, time to listen, and still chooses to bluff forward. PJ doesn't expose her by arguing louder. He exposes her by letting her continue until the gaps are impossible to ignore. The episode works because it shows escalation driven by ego, not evidence. Each correction doesn't resolve the situation, it triggers the next threat. Officers like this aren't dangerous because they shout or rush. They're dangerous because they believe themselves while being wrong. Someone who cannot distinguish airspace from land, opinion from law, or uncertainty from suspicion should never be leaning on arrest threats. Yet here she is, empowered to escalate until someone gives in.